space, and form. You have the fullness of the presence of God manifest. Okay, so you worship because you can't not. I mean, it's just obvious. But what about when you're blind to that, and all you've got is like this, all you can perceive in a sense for the most part. I mean, we try to perceive the kingdom and the eternal realm, but all we can perceive for the most part is this temporal realm with its challenges and its age and its aches and pains and tragedies and choices and consequences to those choices and things. So what happens then when things exalt themselves against the promise of God in our life, or try to, in a sense, overcome what we know to be the finished work of the cross, or threaten the victory of Christ on the cross? What do? Do we back up and go, okay, when God comes through and proves himself to be as good as I wish he was, then I'll offer worship as a reward? But I think there's something really amazing about, in the midst of pain, suffering, and questions, offering worship anyway. Or like the scripture that says, in everything with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. Speaking of prayer, which doesn't make logic sense. It should be, make your request to God. When he performs to my satisfaction, I'll give him thanks, because my gratitude is a gift for his good behavior. It's the way we all treat each other. It's like, I'll thank you when you do something worth thanking, that kind of thing. But this is a very backwards way of doing it. I show up with gratitude already, and then I make my request. I'm already thankful for it. How can I do that? Well, if I'm seated in heavenly places, and I see the fullness of the redemption of time, space, and all the pain and suffering, from that place of being seated in heavenly places, I can actually celebrate the victory that is not threatened by the questions, by the pain, by the suffering. And I think that's the only way that you can legitimately worship without faking it. I would say, that's authentic. It may be the most authentic worship. Is not mind over matter issues, but a transformation of mind where you see reality from a divine perspective. And then you say, like Paul, I reckon the sufferings of this present time aren't even worthy to be compared with the glory to be revealed in us. There's not like a minimizing suffering. Yeah. He's elevating our perspective of the glory. It's like when Jesus says to the disciples, you say 6 months and then the harvest. I say, lift up your eyes, look to the field, they're already ripe. So it's the shifting of the perspective. It's I'm the glory and the lifter of your head. It's the why are you so downcast? It's the you want to see the glory come in. You want to see the King of Glory manifest. Lift up your heads, you gates, you people who are the praise that God inhabits. If you shift your perspective and begin to offer gratitude, thanks, in the midst of pain and suffering, you'll find the King of Glory manifest. And then it says, well, who is the King of Glory? And that's where Psalm 24 ends on such a crazy note. The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. This isn't like the cuddly comforter kind of thing. It's like this is the one who comes in and redeems all of the pain and all of the suffering. He enforces the victory, or we enforce the victory of Christ on the cross in that place of praise. So.